Happy Friday, everyone. It's Bakubrad back with the final episode of the Fusion Week Celebration series. This week has been a huge amount of fun, and I've really enjoyed creating and producing the series for all of my viewers. So before we get into today's video, I want to give everyone an update on the Finnica naming votes. And here she is, the channel mascot. Gotta love her. So it looks like we had 2 nominees and only 2 participants. Before I say anything else, I want to thank the 2 individuals who actually participated in the Finnica Naming Challenge. So the first name was Thunderstruck Lightning Strike, and the next option was Lightning Vulptex. Both of these options in the comments got 3 likes each, resulting in a tie. So, during this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I will hold another poll in this video's comment section. Please comment down below the name you want the most. Again, it's either Thunderstruck Lightning Strike or Lightning Vulptex. The one with the most results will be picked Monday, the 18th. So yeah, please vote for your favorite name because Finnica needs a name, the channel mascot needs a name, it's very important. Do not be shy. The next topic I would like to discuss is the channel giveaway launch. Overnight, prior to me filming this, I got 2 more subs, so now that brings the total subscriber count to 9. That is only 1 away from my giveaway relaunch. Please, tell your friends, your family, anyone you know who likes Bakugan to subscribe to the channel if you want. I put out daily Bakugan content, and I'm really looking forward to doing giveaways for the community and all of my subscribers. It's something I really look forward to, and I really want to get going. That being said, find me and follow me at TikTok or Discord. It's Bakubrad96, so both names same on both platforms. Find me there for discussions, Bakugan talk, or more Bakugan content. I'm slowly working and getting those rolling out as well. So yeah, definitely. So back to the giveaway. Yeah, only 1 subscriber away. I am so excited. Remember, at 10 subscribers, I will be giving away these 2 Elemental Dragonoid Ultras. That's right, sealed elementals. I believe these are the very first ones you could get. We'll take a look here. Yeah, because Diamond Finnica was the first wave. And there's the Elemental Dragonoid. Yeah, so two lucky winners from the first giveaway will definitely get one of these. And all it takes to enter would be to comment down below as soon as I got 10 subscribers. Of course, when I get those subscriber count, I will launch a video and it'll actually be the giveaway video. But I just like to keep everyone aware that that is something I want to do as soon as the subscribers come. And I enjoy just making videos. I hope y'all are all enjoying watching them. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get in today's deck list. Of course, it is the last day of the Fusion Week celebration. I had a lot of fun, I'll say it again. It was really cool trying to make decks using nothing but Fusion Bakugan. It was a challenge, somewhat, but overall I think it was really fun. Let me know, what did y'all think? Did you enjoy the series? Are y'all looking forward to the Battle Planet series? That's right. Next week, remember, it'll be 5 days of deck profiles, nothing but Bakugan Battle Planet. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at the characters of the deck. First off, we have Trox and Nobilius Ultra, a Magic Shield and a Helix Core, B power of 500, 3 damage, 8 energy to fuse. Once fused, this bad boy has a B power of 1600 and 8 damage. So yeah, if you can get that energy out quick, super powerful. Then I have Dragonoid and Treacherous, a Magic Shield and a Red Fist, B power of 600, 2 damage, and 10 energy to fuse. Wow, so a lot of energy to fuse, but once fused, has a B power of 2000 and a damage of 15. And then finally, Maxitar and Xintar, which has to be one of my favorite Fusion Bakugan that I have. has a magic shield and a helix core, or a orange shield and a helix core, sorry. B power of 300, 3 damage, and diffuse. All it has to do is literally land on a magic shield. That's why I got it mixed up. I sometimes forget. But yeah, really, really cool mechanic to fuse this Bakugan. I think it's the only one that has something like that. Let me know in the comments down below if there's another Bakugan like this. But yeah, really, really cool. I really like that it's different than just paying energy. I think that's really unique, and I hope they make more fusion Bakugan like that in the future. It has a B power of 600 and 6 damage once fused, so, you know, pretty low, kind of vanilla, but it doubles the damage and B power when it fuses, so you can't really complain about that all that much. But again, just really cool in my opinion just because of how it fuses. The cores I run in the deck, of course, we have 2 magic shields. They both give a fusion Bakugan plus 800 B power. 2 helix cores. They give a fusion Bakugan plus 300 B power and plus 2 frost strike. One orange shield, that gives plus 500 to a fusion Bakugan. And a red fist that gives plus 8 damage to a fusion Bakugan. So yeah, every core in this deck is nothing but fusion. All fusion cores. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but I figured why not go for it. And we'll take a look at the actual Bakugan. Here is Trux and Nobilius. Ventus Trux, and it would be an... I'm thinking Arlis Nobilius? Yes. But very nice. Don't know if it's as cool as the Battle Planet Trux. Honestly, in my opinion, the Battle Planet Trux is my favorite because it looks very much like a T-Rex. This one's not bad at all, but it being fused with Nobilius, you definitely have different components here. Like these wings, I would imagine. The tail is longer. The Battle Planet Trux is more of a dinosaur, but for Fusion Bakugan, this is really, really neat. All the gold accents. It's a very nice Bakugan. And then we have the Ventus and Chaos, Dragonoid, and Treacherous, which I've already debuted the Darkest Pyrus one that I have in one of my other fusion decks earlier this week. But here's a different color scheme to see him in, nonetheless. Again, the fists are so cool when they're as big as the head. He looks like he's ready to pound something down. And then my personal favorite of the deck list, I just told you because of how it fuses, Maxitar and Xintar. This is the third and final diamond from earlier this week. Remember I showed the Pegatrix and Gorain Ultra and the Ramparian and Halcor diamond. This was from the other Bakugan from that set, and it was Ventus, so I put it in the Mono Ventus for the end of the week special. Very nice. Always love Diamond Bakugan. They're always fantastic. Really nice translucent. The colors really cool. They put a lot on this Bakugan. The white, yellow, the different shades of green, the gold attribute symbols, and even the blue to show just a little more chaos in there rather than just the white. Very, very nice. And a cool shape too. A Centaurian Minotaur. Very cool. Kind of mixing all kinds of mythical creatures on this one. And now, finally, we have the deck. So, to start things off, I run 3 Eviscerator Strike, 1 energy for minus 300 B power, and if you play this on a Fusion Bakugan, minus 600 instead. So, just a debuff B power for the win. Early, turn 1 if you draw it. So, again, not bad, and going against another Fusion team, even better. Then, of course, by now you all know this is a staple for any Ventus deck that I have now. G-Force drop, 1 energy for minus 300 B power, and scan. A very nice card that came out in Geogun Rising. I like it a lot, and I always like scanning because I always like to know what's on top. Just a personal preference of mine. Then I run 2 Venom Blasts, 1 energy to -4 damage. So I have the B power debuffs. Here's the damage debuffs right here. I run 1 of Ventus Rampage, a 2 energy cost card, plus 1 damage for each energy card you have in play, and then boost. If you have 7 or more, the Bakugan gets plus Shadow Strike as well. So its B power and damage couldn't be reduced then. Very nice, and even more stellar if you have 7 energy in play. Which this deck does have a few ways to get extra energy, but I don't know how many it would actually get out. Again, I really need to playtest some of these decks. So next up we have 2 Piercing Scream, 2 energy for -400 B power. 2 Solar Wings, 2 energy cost for a -5 damage, and if you energize this from your hand, you can pay 2 to draw a card. So again, another damage debuff and a possible draw if you get energized. You know, never know when that's going to come up, but it might. Here's a few ways we have to get into that extra energy. We have Turn to Energy, 2 energy costs, and it energizes uncharged. Yeah, how many times can I say energy explaining this card? Kind of funny, right? But yeah, 2 of those. Try to get us to that boost mechanic faster. And then I run 2 Ventus Shield, 2 energy cost for -200 B power and -2 damage. Not the biggest debuff for 2, but it hits both, and that's what I like about it. It can take down B power and damage. And then I run 1 Cocoon Shield, a 3 energy cost card, and it makes the Bakugan's B power become 1000. So if you're really, really low and your opponent can't get over 1000, you play this. Or if your opponent is way, way too high and you just have nothing else to do, why not make their B power 1000 if you can get over it? I mean, you might as well, right? I think this can be used on an opponent's Bakugan. Then I have 2 Deafening Roar, 3 energy for -600 B power. A bigger debuff here, but more of a debuff strategy in this deck. Didn't want to take any chances because the Bakugan's B power is a little lower than my other decks. I run 2 Savage Swarm, 3 energy cost for a Bakugear with an armor rating of 1. It gives the Bakugan 100 B power, 4 damage, and it has boost. When you play this, if you have 7 or more energy cards in play, you can give a Bakugan plus 500 B power. So yeah, lots of elements to this card. It can be deadly, or it could just help stop damage. Very versatile. Then I have 2 Shield Breaker, 3 energy cost. This turn your Bakugan gets Victor, plus 6 damage and ignore armor rating on opposing players' cards this turn. So definitely a big hitter if possible. If you're worried about your opponent having a lot of Bakugear with armor rating, you definitely want to see this as soon as possible. Otherwise, it's just a way to win and get extra damage on the stack. Then I have yet again another debuff card, Vicious Defense. 3 energy for -200 B power and -6 damage. So definitely more of a damage reducer, but the chunk of B power it takes out is not too bad. I'd have liked to have seen at least -300 for the 3 energy, but you can't make 2 cards too overpowered, and this one's not bad. Then I have a 1 of Crystal Quake. 4 energy costs to draw 2, and Turbo. If you have the most energy cards in play, you can give an opposing Bakugan -700. So depending on the situation, this is either going to draw you into your debuffs or become a debuff itself and draw more. So really nice on this one. Then I have 1 Ventus Venom. 4 energy, you have to reroll your Bakugan, and if you open on that reroll, you can energize the top 2 cards of your deck uncharged, then plus 100 B for each energy card you have in play. So yeah, you already have 4 energy because you have to play this, of course. But then to uncharge, or to energize the top 2, so 6, so you get plus 600 B power on top of the reroll you gave your Bakugan. Really cool. I'd probably run more of this if I had it, but I only have the 1. And then here it is, kind of the star of the deck. I wish I had more of him. It is Winton Bakugan Brawler. When an effect would reduce an enemy's B or damage, it is reduced by double that amount instead. So yeah, this is a Baku hero. It's really good with debuff cards and debuff strategies. As one of my viewers in Bakucrew pointed out, it would work in another deck I have, but I only have the one, and I believe that in this deck, since it's more debuff centered, it just fit in better. But yeah, definitely would have more of him in all of my decks if I could, because just, you know, debuffing your opponent is something that I just have a lot of those cards, so it's a strategy I can use. And then you know it's in the deck, so I had to put it in, the Maxitar and Xintar Diamond Evo card. 6 energy for 1500 B power and 1500 damage. And one thing I don't think I mentioned with the other Evos, so yeah, you have to Evo the fusion. So once your Bakugan is fused, then you can play the Evo. But until the Bakugan's fused, you can't play the Evo on it. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Like, I'm like 99.9% sure I've got the mechanic down. But let me know in the comments below, because I never want to give out misinformation. All of you know that, and I appreciate all the help. Before we get into the flips, the last card of the deck, kind of, Gaia Rockets, 7 energy for a Bakugear with 2 armor rating. It gives 700 B power to a Bakugan and 5 damage. When this flips from your deck, you can pay 2 to energize a card from your hand uncharged. So again, just tricky ways to get into extra energy, or, you know, I mean, like, it could be a win condition, possibly, or just soak up a good amount of damage with that 2 armor rating. Now, the last part of the deck is, of course, I say for last, the flip cards. So we have a 0 energy cost to block a Bakugan holding a red fist. Fusion Confusion. 1 energy cost to block a Ventus or Fusion Bakugan. Rock Riser, 1 energy to block a Bakugan holding a orange or magic shield. Rock Riser is Trox's attack from the show, for those of you wondering. It's really cool, just a cute little fact there. Hyperdrive, 3 energy. Both players may energize the top 2 cards of their deck. So yeah, it could hurt you depending on what your opponent's playing, but again, you want to see as much energy as possible early game, so that's why it's in here. Then I have 2 Repel Outsiders. You can't have a Repel Outsiders if you're running a Mono Ventus, like, it's got to be in here. 3 energy to block a non-Ventus Bakugan. Then I have 2 Too Fasts, LOL, pun there. 4 energy cost to block a non-fusion Bakugan, and if you do, you get to energize this uncharged. So, free energy and a block. Woo! Last card of the deck is Nature Assimilation. 5 energy to block an attack and energize this uncharged. Again, extra energy. So my Bakucrew, that'll do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. As always, hit that like button down below, or consider subscribing for daily Bakugan content. I can't wait for next week. I have a lot of things in store. See you next time, and remember, Bakugan Brawl!